Let's go. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in, guys. Let's get the likes up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on 10 guys that I feel like you can reach for at their ADP, right? So I don't think you can overdraft these guys. I think these guys are so good that they are really their ADP should be higher. So if you reached 2 rounds or 1 round before their ADP arrives, I think it's an okay pick. So I got 10 guys that I'm going to talk about, guys. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Els says Ashton Genty looking good. We've been waiting on it, right? I see that I seen something come up from Twitter where he scored a touchdown. Hennessy Black, what's up, bruh? We got Stephen Drake's in the building. What's up, Stephen Drake's? Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody being here, guys. You know how to hit the like button, guys. Double tap the screen, and that's how you can hit the like button, or go to the 3 dots in the top right corner, I believe. I think it's the top right corner. If I'm wrong, guys, correct me. And you can hit the like button that way. But let's get the likes up. Yes, sir. Big Will in the house. I say Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. What's up, bruh? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, what up, bro? Yes, sir. Hennessy Black says, I can't bring myself to draft Genty. I can't either, bro. I don't care what he's doing in that game. Now, would I trade for him later? And let me write that down. Trade for fourth quadrant players. That's a good video. It's guys that you trade for the end of the season. That helps. But I'm not drafting him for the first quadrant. Trade for later. Fourth quadrant. Okay. I always got to take the notes, guys, to get these videos out that y'all need. Yes, sir. He says Raider at the ADP is tough. It is. In the first round, early second round, I can't do it. Trusting a rookie? Yes, sir. All right. So let's begin, guys. I'm gonna go 10-1, and I got a bonus guy for you at the end too. I got a bonus guy for you, but I'm gonna go from 10-1. And these are guys that you should be reaching for. Like if you wait for the ADP, they could get sniped. And I don't think you're gonna overdraft these guys if you reach for them. Stephen Drake says, "How do you feel about Hampton?" I'm not taking him. I'm fading him too. They all going too early. Now, would I trade for them later in the season, like at week 4, 5, or 6, because I see a trend, they look good against a good defense? Then maybe. But I'm not going to come out there and draft them and think I got a top 5 RB or top 10. I'm not leaving top 5 RBs on the table and trying to get these rookies. That's what happened to a lot of you with Marvin Harrison. You overdrafted Marvin Harrison. Not that he's going to be a great player, but let him be that first. You got to see it. I know we all want to be cutting edge. Same thing with me. You want to be cutting edge. You want to get something that nobody else has done, or you want to get on a player before nobody else get to him. But sometimes you can reach too far, no pun intended, and try to get these guys that I don't believe that got the league winning upside. At least not in the first quadrant or the second quadrant. But I do believe rookies do break out in the third and fourth quadrant. But you got to be able to win the league to be worried about the third and fourth quadrant. You don't want to be 1 and 5 trying to make the playoffs. Talking about something, I got 4 quadrant guys. Hey, you might not even make the playoffs, bro. What's going on, Harambe? He said, "What's up, TD? Did a live draft last night. First 3 picks was B. John, Bucky, and Achane. You took, okay. So you high on Bucky, right? I like Bucky, not nasty. I don't know if they give him the goal line carries, he could be a top 5 RB. If they don't give him the goal line, he's gonna be top 12. That's what it's about with Bucky. But yeah, I love them 3 studded RBs right there, bro. They killers. He said, hit the like button, double tap the screen. Thank you, Harambe. Hennessy Black said, you look like you in a classroom. I guess we about to go to school. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, yes, sir, I'm high on Bucky. Got you. Okay, so let's begin, guys. I appreciate everybody being here. Make sure you hit the like button. But the first guy I want to talk about at number 10 is going to be Travion Henderson. Now, before last week's game, he probably was a round 5, round 6 pick, maybe even later. Now he's going in around round 3, round 4. Take him early round 3 if you want him. If you went 0 RB and you got like Jamar Chase and Brock Bowers, and then you want to go get a hero RB strategy and go to Travion because you think he's going to be special, then you got to get him right there. You're not going to be able to wait late on this guy. And listen, if you get him in the third round, I don't think you overdrafting him because you targeting him. So if you targeting him, go get him. And I understand it. I think the guy's explosive. So I'm not going to say, well, why would you target a guy and he's a rookie? This guy playing on the New England Patriots in the round 3, I think is really good value, even though it's kind of early, right? It's round 3. That's a lot of good players in that ADP in that tier, but I think Travion Henderson is special. So I'm mentioning special players that could be reached on and it won't hurt your team because they got a lot of upside to win the league. So Travion Henderson, yes sir. Let's get the likes up, guys. We got 23 people in here. We got 23 people in here, and we only got 7 likes. Let's get the likes up. Double tap the screen. Let's see here. Okay. So the next guy that I want to talk about is going to be a quarterback, and it's going to be Dak Prescott. Yes, Dak Prescott. And the reason why, guys, that I'm high on Dak Prescott, and I think it's okay to go reach for him, I think this guy could be the number 1 and number 2 and number 3 quarterback, even though he's a pocket quarterback. I'm never telling nobody to reach for a pocket quarterback. But this guy has George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. We know what CeeDee Lamb is. We know the upside of George Pickens. So I want people just know that Dak Prescott is a cherry pick guy that if you wait late to get him, you can win your league. This is a league winning player. So if you want to reach for him over, Baker Mayfield, Pat Mahomes, let's see here, Jaden Daniels, I think it's okay. I think it's okay to reach for this guy because this guy, his upside is crazy. You know what Dak did with CeeDee Lamb 2 years ago? He was the number 1 quarterback for the last 8 weeks of the season. So was CeeDee Lamb as a wide receiver. So imagine him having 2 wide receivers who has a lot of talent. I think Dak is going to be putting the ball in the air. I know Brian Schottenheimer is a run-first coach, but he's doing that to get the mismatches. This team, we got to be tougher. So we brought Brian Schottenheimer in to establish the line of scrimmage. But that doesn't mean that Dak is not going to throw the ball. Dak may lead the league in passing attempts. So I'm reaching on Dak Prescott. Yes, sir. All right, we got a super chat from Big Will. He said, let's go. Need another chip this year, bro. You know it. You know it. So here's another guy, my number 8 guy that I feel like it's okay to reach on. It's going to be David Njoku. David Njoku is a top 5 tight end, but he's not being treated as a top 5 tight end. So after Brock Bowers, George Kittle is gone, and Trey McBride, those 3 guys, you got David Njoku to me is the next best tight end, but not according to the rankings. You got Sam Laporta, and you got all these guys in front of him, and ain't no way. No way. Even if the rookie quarterback start, I still want David Njoku because that's a man's best friend. Is a tight end, right? Pause. So David Njoku with Shadir starting is going to be okay with Joe Flacco. We know what Joe Flacco did with David Njoku 3 years ago. David Njoku was a top 2 tight end when Joe Flacco started, averaging like 15 points a game. So I think David Njoku, it's okay to reach on him to make sure you get a good tight end once you start getting ready to draft your tight end, right? You might be like, well, who's out there? You might see Kyle Pitts, you see Sam Laporta. No, don't draft those guys. If you need a tight end and those guys on the board, skip over those guys and go ahead and get David Njoku, even though the ADP might tell you to wait to this round. Don't listen to that. David Njoku is the top 3-4 tight end in the NFL and in fantasy. Thank you, Big Will. I appreciate that, bruh. Appreciate that, bruh. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Let's move on to my number 7 guy. Nifty, what's up, bruh? Yes, sir. What's up, Mr. Tum Tum? What's going on, guys? So my number 7 guy is going to be Tyreek Hill. Yes, and I know a lot of you are not high on Tyreek, and I understand that every player ain't for everybody. If you're not on them guys, put it in the comments and say, "Hey, TD, I'm not on no Tyreek Hill. I think he's gonna have a terrible year. This is going on with Miami. They want to trade him. I get it, but to me, I'm reaching for Tyreek Hill. So if I need a wide receiver, and say at second round, and I'm at the turn, like I'm going from the 212 to the 3-1, I'm probably taking Tyreek Hill right there. Even though the third round, even though he's going at the end of the third round or the middle of the third round, I think Tyreek Hill is tremendous value. He's still running a 10-1 in 100, so he's still faster than 98% of the players in the league. Maybe a couple guys that can beat him in a race. Maybe. I doubt it. So with that type of ability, guys, knowing that he's making $30 million a year, I'm going to bet on that. Yes, I'm unbiased because, yes, he's so fast, man. I love players that can score anywhere on the field. That scares the defense. I like those type of players. But even though last year it was a bad year, I think it was because of Tua concussion. I think this year they have to give him the ball or trade him to a team who's going to get him the ball. So I feel comfortable with reaching for Tyreek Hill to make sure I get an elite wide receiver. And if Tyreek Hill is your number 2 or number 3 wide receiver, who wants to play against that team? Yes, sir. Okay, so let's move on to my number 6 guy. Let's get the likes up, fellas. My number 6 guy is going to be Chase Brown. Yes, Chase Brown. Listen, guys, Chase Brown is going in the 3rd round. I think he should be a 2nd round pick. I'm not taking Josh Jacobs over Chase Brown. That's just me. Now, I know Josh Jacobs had a good year last year. I'm taking Chase Brown on the Cincinnati Bengals offense, who's going to be in the green zone all the time and passing the ball to Chase Brown, who's going to be getting PPR points, and he's getting the green zone touches, the honey touches, which is scoring touchdowns. I'm taking Chase Brown in the 2nd round. It rhymes. I'm taking Chase Brown in the 2nd round. This is a guy playing on a premium offense. You see what he did last year. He was top 5 at the end of the season for the last 8 weeks, which is the last 2 quadrants of the season. He was the elite guy. So I'm going with him in the 2nd round. I'm not going to get these guys who got a little volatility. And listen, Josh Jacobs is not a bad player to pick. So this is no disrespect to Josh Jacobs. But I'm saying that Chase Brown has upside like a 1st-round running back. He has upside like a 1st-round running back. I said what I said. Okay, so let's move on to my number 5 guy. Let's move on to my number 5 guy. My number 5 guy is going to be Josh Allen. Yes, guys, Josh Allen. And I believe it's okay to reach for Josh Allen. So depending on your league, depending on when quarterbacks are going to get drafted, you need to go and get this guy first. You want to be the first one in, right? Remember, I always tell y'all sloppy seconds. Don't go and get sloppy second players and think you got good players. Be the first one to get the elite guy. Josh Allen is the elite guy. So if you want to go and draft him at the turn of the 2nd round, I think it's good value. Superflex, we already know they're going in the 1st round. But if I'm at the turn from the 1st round to the 2nd round, I'm okay with taking a quarterback. Excuse me. So, for instance, if I'm at the 112, I'm willing to take Josh Allen there, if that's the guy that I'm targeting, and then get Derrick Henry or somebody right there at the turn, and I got 2 elite players. And then I'm willing to do it at the 212, 3-1, and vice all the way down, guys. I'm willing to reach right there at those corners because ain't no players coming back around to you on that tier. You got to wait 23 picks. So go ahead, and it's okay to reach for a guy like Lamar or Josh Allen. And then going into my next guy is going to be Lamar Jackson. I'm not going to break him down. We all know how good of a player that Lamar Jackson is. So reaching for these guys is giving you championship winning upside. So you can't overdraft them. You can't take them too soon. This is Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen is going to score more points than anybody else in the whole fantasy football atmosphere. Genty, CMC, B. John Robinson, Jamar Chase is not going to score as many points as a quarterback. So I don't know why we like to wait late on these guys, and then we wonder why we didn't win a championship, and we looking at a guy that got Lamar Jackson, and he got him in the 4th round. That's crazy. So I'm not letting nobody draft no Lamar, Josh Allen in no 4th round. If you want them, you can probably going to have to get them in the beginning of the 3rd round because I'm going to take them in the 2nd round if it fits my team, right? If it don't fit your team, you ain't got to, reach like that. But that's my drafting strategy this year. I'm reaching for my quarterbacks, like to get Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. All right, guys, let's move on to my next guy. My number 3 guy is going to be Achane. Yes, he's going in the second round, but I'm willing to reach and get him at the turn or 111, 112. I'm not drafting Justin Jefferson over Achane. Not saying that Justin Jefferson is a bad player, but I just can't see me going to a wide receiver with a rookie. Well, I wouldn't call him a rookie, but a second-year starter at the quarterback position. And he's not even a second-year starter. He's just a second-year player because he got hurt last year. So I'm not drafting those kind of, is he going to be good? I don't know, over a running back like Achane who killed it when Tua was healthy. Now, I know that's a little volatile, but again, remember I told you can't be scared. Scared money don't make no money. So if you see a guy you like him, you think he's going to be good, you can't bet on the injury. Sometimes if you want to do that, that's fine, but I think sometimes we outthink ourselves, and I do it too. So I have to just pick my players and go down with the ship no matter what happens if I believe he has league-winning upside. So it's okay to reach for Achane. Let's move on to my number 2 guy. My number 2 guy is going to be Derrick Henry. He should be going in the first round. From 1-9 to 112. He should be going. He's been going in the early second round. It's okay to draft him in the first round, depending on what you're trying to do, how you're trying to build your team. If you love robust RB, which I love robust RB this year, I'm drafting Derrick Henry at the end of the draft if CMC is going. When CMC is gone, my focus is on Derrick Henry. And after Derrick Henry, then it's Achane. Those are how I'm doing. When I'm at the end of the round, or the first round, that's what I'm doing. I got targets on 3 running backs. I'm not really taking a lot of wide receivers early this year. The only wide receiver that I like in the first round is Jamar Chase, and I don't really like doing that. I'd rather have Bijan Robinson. It's just the running backs, man. It's a lot of good ones out there. And if you get 3 good ones, you can almost win your league. And last but not least, this is a wide receiver. And this is the guy that I feel like he ain't got no target competition. He's going into the second round. And I think he could be a first-round talent. I like him over Justin Jefferson. Not saying he's better than Justin Jefferson, but I like his fantasy output this year, or fantasy prediction over Justin Jefferson, and it's Nico Collins. It's Nico Collins. Guys, who's gonna take? Is it gonna be Higgins? Is it gonna be Dalton Schultz? Who's going to take targets from Nico Collins? Is it going to be Joe Mixon? Is it going to be Dameon Pierce? Is it going to be one of these guys that's coming off the streets, like Christian Kirk? No, I don't believe so. Now, Christian Kirk will be fine, but he's not going to take no targets from Nico. Nico going to probably get 10 to 12 targets a game. You remember, this is a throwing league. So Nico, guys, don't go. I'm not telling you to fade Justin Jefferson. Take him if the shoe fits. But ain't no damn way Nico got a better opportunity than Justin Jefferson. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm drafting Nico Collins over those 2 guys. I said what I said. I know this might be distasteful, but that's just my 2 cents. Yes, sir. Okay. So I'm gonna read the list out from 1 to 10, and then I'm going to go through the bonus guy. So the first guy I said it was Nico Collins. You can reach for this guy. Get him he's going in the second round. It's okay to get him in the first round and fade other players. Derrick Henry, same thing. He's going in the second round, but it's okay to overdraft him and take him in the first round. This is a heavy hitter. This is a Hall of Fame. He's probably going to break the rushing record. Achane, now he's a volatile because of it. We know he's a smaller running back, but this guy is very explosive, and Tua seems healthy right now. And they don't want Tua to get another concussion, so he's going to be getting the ball out quick, which I think influences Achane numbers. Lamar Jackson, who is the best, probably the leading point scorer this year between him and Josh Allen. Take those 2 guys. Don't wait till the 4th round or the end of the 3rd round, because you might get sniped. Lamar is going in the second round of best ball leagues and on underdog. He's going in the second round, late second round. People are taking him. He's single quarterback leagues because he's Lamar Jackson. He's scoring the most points in the league. Same thing with Josh Allen. Moving on, Chase Brown. Number 6 is Chase Brown. He's going in like the 3rd or 4th round. I think it's okay to take this guy in the second round over guys like Josh Jacobs. I'm not saying Josh Jacobs is not going to be good, but I'm not taking those late round kind of guys that I don't know, when I know Chase Brown is playing on an elite offense with a bunch of stars, and he's the 4th or 5th star. So he's going to eat and ain't going to never get double teamed. Always going to have light boxes. Never going to have an 8-man box. Never. Not with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins out there. And the next guy is going to be Tyreek Hill. The value is too good, as my homie saying in the chat. He got tremendous value. You can't leave that on the table. That's a nuclear bomb that's sitting in the warehouse. You need to go do something with that. You got to go do something with that. The number 8 is going to be David Njoku. I love him as a tight end. After the first 3 guys, I'm going to David Njoku. I'm not getting out no Sam Laporters, no Dalton Schultz, and all those guys. Just a bunch of names of tight ends. Kyle Pitts. I had to put Kyle Pitts in there, and I was high on Kyle Pitts. That's one of my misses. I missed on Kyle Pitts. He ain't doing nothing in Atlanta, so maybe he gets traded or gets released and goes to another team. Dak Prescott, I think he has tremendous upside with the wide receivers, and I think he's going to be passing the ball all over the yard this year. And last but not least is Travion Henderson, who is a very, very explosive, and he's playing with Josh McDaniels, who's had great satellite backs, and that's what Travion Henderson is, and he's a great pass protector. So he's ready to protect as a rookie. So you're not going to see that. That's why I'm willing to reach on him. Because, most rookies, it take you 6 weeks to get out there on the field because you can't protect your quarterback. But not Travion Henderson. He's going to be the protect Drake May. So he's probably going to play more snaps than any rookie outside of Ashton Genty. Even over Amari Hampton. Amari Hampton, I don't think he's going to be out there on 3rd down a lot. I don't know. Maybe he is. I could be off. Okay, and my bonus guy, real quick, guys, I'm not gonna hold you up because I want to get to everybody questions. So guys, keep flooding the comment section. I'm gonna get everybody question. If you want your question skipped and you want to read out, all you gotta do is super chat or be a member. I'm gonna get to the members first. Appreciate everybody being here, guys. This is cutting edge content. Hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Okay, and it's gonna be Brock Bowers. I think you can take Brock Bowers in the first round in a tight end premium league or in a regular league, especially at the turn. I love reaching at the turn. The turn, man, you can get 2 for 1. It's not a 2 for 1, but it's like you playing both sides of the fence, man. You getting to get 2 players that can be together that you might not never really be able to draft like that, right? So I love being at the turns at anywhere in the draft. I love taking 2 players back to back. It's hard to beat that. So Brock Bowers, and then you go Brock Bowers CMC or Brock Bowers Justin Jefferson or Brock Bowers Lamar Jackson. But yeah, Brock Bowers right there at the 111, 112. I think you can reach and take him there instead of waiting to the 2-2 or the 2-3. If you especially in a tight end premium league. Okay. So guys, let's get the likes up. But let me go through, let's see here. Let's see. Mr. Tom says, this is why this is cutting edge content. Cutting edge topic. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nifty says, uh-oh. Nifty says, can't pass on that upside with Hill. No, you cannot. Big Will says, big fan of Tyreek, but I may have to fade him. Dude is a beast on the field, but off the field is a liability. I don't have nothing. I can't combat that. Also, he's taking shots at the team and the head coach. He is. I think he's trying to get traded. So either way, as long as he's active and healthy, I'm good with it. Nifty says, how you feel about Tyler Warren? I like Tyler Warren. I think he's going to be a good tight end. Would I reach for him? No. I think you can just, as long as he don't have a big play in the preseason, like where he do something real crazy. But right now, man, his ADP is gravy. So I wouldn't reach for him. I just let him fall to me, wait late and get a tight end like Warren or Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely coming off the injury, maybe you go to Warren. Jeff says, what up, TD? What's up, bruh? What's up, Jeff? Appreciate you being here. Always showing support to the channel. Jeff says, talk about Lil Bill. Talking about Jacory, the backup running back. Yeah, man, he's a good player, man. I like him a lot. I like Jacory. They call him Bob. Is that Little Bill? Go Hand Shares says, appreciate you being here, bro. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Go Shin Shares. He says, what up, sir? I'm here to see if we agree on anything today. Keep up the good work. I enjoy your content. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. He said, Jimmy's TV says Pollard will be a high volume running back for the first month of the season, maybe longer. The Titans have one of the easiest schedules in the league this season. Yes, I do like Tony Pollard. I do. You got to go get him. I'm not reaching for him, but I get what you're saying. His ADP has moved up, so he's skyrocketing up the rankings. But I'm not going to reach for him. But he is skyrocketing up the rankings because there's no Tajay Spears with the high ankle sprain. So Tony Pollard is going to get 80% of the carries. He's going to get all the goal line carries. Ninja Friesen says, what would be your first pick if you're going to reach for a quarterback with your second? My first, it depends on where you picking at, bruh. Let me know where you picking up. Let me give you this. Say you got the number 1 overall pick, and then let me know where else. Give me a number. Give me one number. So I'm gonna do the one-on-one. If you pick it at the one-on-one, you take Jamar Chase. I'm okay with Bijan Robinson there too. And then when it come back around, I'm taking Lamar. Lamar and whatever's left on your board. A best available player. So, yes, what would be your first pick if you get? So it'd be Jamar Chase or Bijan Robinson. Xander Deegan says Achane off the chain. Yes, Achane is going to be a good player. He could catch 100 passes. Ninja says 6 or 7. So my first pick would be CMC, then Lamar Jackson. It would be CMC. Jimmy's TV says Zach Charbonnet could be a breakout this season, potentially pushing for a timeshare with Walker, or even taking over the role due to Walker's injury history. But Jimmy's, I've been saying that the whole time. People have been killing me about Kenneth Walker. They've been killing me the whole time about Kenneth Walker. I've been saying that. I'm like, man, I'm not taking on Kenneth Walker because of Zach Charbonnet upside, his draft capital, being drafted in the second round. Kenneth Walker always going down. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I just can't risk it. It just don't feel good to me. That's just my opinion. But I agree 100% what you're saying. High T Golf. What's going on, High T Golf? He says, is ETN going to take back the majority role? Projections look like they expect ETN to handle most of the work this season. No, he's just going to get his plays, and his plays might be 10 to 12 touches every single game. Nobody else is going to be guaranteed those touches. Tootin is going to have to work for his, and Tank Bigsby is going to have the game flow going to have to be where we can run the ball. But ETN is going to be out there on third down. He's the best pass catching running back on this team, and he's a top 5 pass catching running back in the whole league. He don't have great hands, but the way he's used is like that, right? I hate to say he don't have good hands, but he's really not a great catcher of the ball like Alvin Kamara. But when he does catch it, and when he's focused, he's dynamic in the passing game. He's a fast guy. He looks like a pass catching running back, and he is. He's just not. He doesn't have great hands. I don't want to give y'all two sides of it, but what I'm saying is, yes, he's a pass catching running back, and that's going to give him more snaps than Tootin and Bigsby. So ETN is a good drafter. I wouldn't reach for him. I don't think he's a reach, but I do think he's a good player, and I'm taking him in some leagues, especially for a flex. I think he's one of the best flex plays out there that you can get. Nifty said, how do you feel about Tyler Warren? I like Tyler Warren as a tight end for the Colts. I think he's going to be dynamic. I think he's going to probably might be one of the best. He might perform the best on the Colts team because the way they set up, people going to be trying to stop Jonathan Taylor, stop AR if he's starting, and try to stop Michael Pittman. But I think nobody's going to be trying to game plan for Warren all season, which is going to help him. And he's dynamic. When he touches the ball, he can make plays, right? He's got a little bit of Brock Bowers in him. Jack says, you think Harry catches a lot of deep balls from Ward? Harry. Who's Harry? Harry Dix catches. Okay, I see what he's saying. More. That's funny, bro. That's funny. That's a good one. Maurice says, usually I move on, but you cooking, so I'm listening. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you. Ed Tay says, so would you take Jamar Chase and Chase? Yes, I would. I would do that. Watson says, Don't have a draft order yet, but I'm in a 12-team league. What would be your first three? Depends on where you draft. Yeah. So, man, I'm just gonna throw out some players that I think you can be able to get to no matter what. But you at the 1-on-1, 1-2, 1-3, you should know those guys. That's B. John Robinson, Jamar Chase, maybe CD Lamb if you want CD Lamb, depending on who you like right there. Or Jahmyr Gibbs. I would say Jahmyr Gibbs. But to me, man, this is what I think you should be going: CMC, Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill. And you ain't got to be that order. You ain't got to take Tyreek, but definitely CMC and Derrick Henry. I think you can get to both of those guys depending on where you drafting. So I just threw something out there. Ed takes it. Okay, would you take Chase over Gibbs? Hell no. I'm not. See, that's why I don't really want to take Chase. But at the 1-on-1, I don't know if I'm gonna reach for Gibbs. I doubt if I reach. I would rather just take B. John Robinson there. B. John got the whole backfield. David Montgomery could take a few snaps from Jahmyr, but would I be surprised if Jahmyr the #1 player? No, I'm not. So you answering your question, bro. I'm not gonna chastise you if you take Gibbs, but I'm just not that high on Chase. Not saying I just don't want to take Chase over #1 overall when all these great running backs is out here like B. John and Jahmyr Gibbs. I'd rather take Jahmyr Gibbs and B. John over Jamar Chase. But if you take Jamar Chase, it's still a good pick. I don't think it's a bad pick. Maurice says, I'm curious about Sam Darnold backup. Yeah, Jalen Milroe. He's a running quarterback, so that rushing upside says it's okay to start him. Jalen Hurts started as a rookie. Like a lot of guys are started as rookies with the rushing upside. They've been safe. They've been good. They've been top 12 guys because of the rushing upside. Justin Fields. Scott says, got my keeper picks in. Keeping B. John and Gibbs with pick 6. I'm looking to go wide receiver heavy this season. I don't know who to pick at pick 6, man. Maybe Nico Collins. I'm not going to take Amon-Ra, Justin Jefferson. I'll say Nico Collins at pick 6. Let's see here. Nifty says, okay, never mind. He was talking to somebody else. CHB says ETN's already the guy. They would be crazy not to utilize ETN the most. I can see that. Tank Bigsby is good on early rundowns, though. CHB says Achane is hurt already. All he got to remember the name. Achane is hurt? Achane is hurt. I haven't seen anything about Achane being hurt. But if that's true, yeah, it depends on this injury. But if it's just something they keeping him out for just, sorry about that, guys. There we go. So if they just holding Achane out just for precautionary reasons, I'm still taking Achane. That's just me though. But I understand what you're saying. CHB in the building. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Ninja. He says, Devon Achane has some soft tissue lower body injury that will keep him out between days and weeks. Per head coach Mike McDaniels was not concerned about Achane's week 1 availability. Okay, that's good. Big Will in the house says, would you try to stack Jamar, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, and Burrow, assuming they're on the board? Maybe. You can. I don't think it's bad. Guys, let's get the likes up. We got 35 people in here. We only got 19 likes. It depends. But it's okay. I don't think it'll kill you. Because I believe you're going to get 2 of those guys to be top 5 every week. Joe Burrow or Jamar, or Joe Burrow and Chase. So you are squeezing something that's elite, some prime juice, right? Pause. Right? I get it. And I'm not going to tell you not to do that because that team is going to be top 3 in scoring. And Joe Burrow pushes the ball downfield. So it's going to open up for everybody. So you're going to get 2 top guys. But T. Higgins, I wouldn't take T. Higgins. I would rather stay with Chase, Joe Burrow, and Chase Brown. I wouldn't want to go to T. Higgins. That to me, with T. Higgins, that's a little too much because of the way I feel about T. Higgins. I like T. Higgins, but I don't think he should be used with all the Cincinnati Bengals. Because if Jamar Chase have a big game and Chase Brown, I don't know if T. Higgins. You might have a few games where all three guys are in the top 24, and I doubt is that all four guys. I doubt if that happens. But I don't think it's bad. CAB said them soft tissue injuries tends to be tricky. Yes, they are. King Justin says the training camp reports haven't been positive about Caleb Williams. Nope. And what did I tell y'all early in the season? To fade him. Now listen, this guy's going to be a good quarterback. I believe that. But he has to be broken down first. Got a brain freeze. But I'm trying to think of an offensive coordinator, the head coach for them. Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson has to break him down with the bad habits. All that running around, trying to make something happen, run around, making something happen, run around, make something happen. No. You only do that on 3rd and 8 or 2nd and 5 where I called a play that I told you you can improvise on. But we're not doing that every single play. Like you just know what to do and I trust you. No, I'm gonna patty cake you the first 6 or 7 games of the season. And then after that, if you start getting the game plan and doing what I tell you to do, then I'll let you freelance a little bit more. So he has to go to a learning curve. Don't be drafting a quarterback and he's going through a learning curve, and then you drop him and then he gets hot and then somebody else pick him up and then you upset talking about what should I have done. So I would just fade him and redraft. Dynasty, let his stock go down and buy on him because he's going to be better. Next year he's going to be a top quarterback. He's going to be like a running Jared Goff. He's going to be getting the ball out quick to DJ Moore, and then all of a sudden when the teams think that he's out there trying to get the ball out quick, then he takes off for 40 yards. And you be like, oh, man, this is the Caleb Williams that we drafted #1 overall. That's it right there. But that has to happen. You got to give him time to develop into that. He's not going to be doing that right away. That's why I've been fading him. Let's get the likes up, fellas. Let's see. Chris, what's up? He said, you think Jamar Chase becomes the NFL first 2,000-yard receiver in a single season this year? It's possible. Somebody going to do it. I thought Reek was going to do it a couple years ago. It's possible. Yes, Jamar Chase, it's possible. It's possible. For me say, oh, yeah, man, this is definitely going to happen. I don't feel that way. But I think it's possible. That's why you taking Jamar. That's why a lot of people is taking Jamar Chase with the #1 overall pick because of that upside for 2,000. Ninja says, what if CMC is off the board at pick 6 or 7? If he's off the board at pick 6 or 7, then I would go with maybe a Nico Collins if you want a wide receiver, or I would go with Derrick Henry. Let me see. Let me look at some other guys that out there. Yeah, let me look real quick. Let me look on my laptop just to give you something. Okay. Okay, so with Matthew Stafford back, that's kind of I was taking Puka early, but I've been kind of fading Puka because I got a lot of Puka Nakua. But I would say Malik Neighbors in redraft. These are the guys that you go. So if no CMC, go Malik Neighbors or Derrick Henry or Nico Collins. But if you like Nico Collins, I like Nico Collins. I'm doing a different build, so I'm not trying to get a wide receiver there early, but he's not a bad pick if you're looking for a wide receiver. So Malik Neighbors or Derrick Henry. No Amon-Ra. I wouldn't want to do Puka. So yeah, Malik Neighbors, Derrick Henry, and Nico Collins. Devon Achane, he's hurt, so I'm not going to sit here and champion, but I think he's going to be fine. They just want to be precautionary. Hati said, I don't know how I haven't came across your content before, but you know ball, my man. Yes, sir, I do, bro. Thank you for being here. Thank you for validating that in the comment section. It's hard to get it out of guys to hear me every day. They so used to me, man. They hardly ever give me a comment in the comment section. And I love these guys. They know how I am. That's why they don't take it personal. Some people come in here, bro, they leave immediately. They're like, this guy is angry. And then my comments be like, oh, that's TD. I call them out and everything. They don't say nothing. They be like, oh, but TD. You said this and this. This is how fantasy good sports work, bro. So appreciate you being here. High T Golf. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, bro. Get ready to win a championship. I said what I said. I said what I said. My friend told me the other day, he said, well, actually, it was my female friend, but she said, hey, you don't even blink. She said, I watched you. You didn't even blink for like 5-6 minutes. She said, when you do blink, it's subtle. You better catch it, but you don't blink. Hey, I believe what I say. I'm serious. My energy is high. B Silver says, hey, TD, if the Jaguars are ranked last in their offensive line, how much does that impact the receivers and running backs? A lot. Cutting edge content right there, B Silver. Way to go. Let's get the likes up, fellas. We got 35 people in here. We only got 23 likes. Come on now, let's get the likes up. That's why I moved. I was taking Brian Thomas early in the first round. Not early, but like late in the first round. And now I've been fading him. Not because he sucks. Just I'm worried about Trevor Lawrence. I'm worried about this team a little bit. Hopefully, the head coach, the new one, he can get things going. He's a good offensive designer, right? He can design plays to get the quarterback to get the ball out quick, right? That's why they brought him in. I think it's Liam Cohen. So he's a good. That's the thing. Is he gonna get the ball out quick with this bad offensive line? Who knows, right? So to me, yes, I'm Travis Hunter in the 4th round. Yeah, I'll take that maybe. But Brian Thomas, I've been buying low on him in Dynasty. Trading, I've been swapping out Amon-Ra for Brian Thomas. But I don't plan on Brian Thomas to have a fantastic season early. But if they move on to Matt Jones, I think Matt Jones went to another place. But if they move on to another quarterback or something changes, I can see him breaking out the 2nd quadrant, 3rd quadrant of the season. So that team does worry me. That's why I don't take a lot of guys from that team. Jack says, you the only fantasy channel not drafting Ken Walker. Now, that's cutting the edge. Yes, I'm not drafting no Kenneth Walker. Charbonnet, I'm fading. I'm going to Chuba Hubbard, Alvin Kamara, James Conner. I don't want nothing to do with no Kenneth Walker. Not because he's a bad player. He could break out. Guys, you know how many times I faded players that had great seasons, but I still won? Because you can't take every single thing that somebody says that you should take. Every single stock that's trending up don't mean you should put all your money in it or invest in it. You got to look at what's going on. So don't be a sucker for anything. I'm not going, oh, here you go. Here you go. People preach that to their kids all the time. Don't take everything that somebody gives you. So, yeah, I'm not taking Kenneth Walker because I'm just trying to have a healthy team. I'm trying to have a healthy team. But listen, if you get Kenneth Walker at the right ADP, which he's not falling there, but if he starts falling there, then yeah, he's a rental. Remember, I did a video. Go check out my rental video. It's called Renting Players. The reason why you rent players is because they probably not gonna stay healthy the whole season, but that's okay. Because if you get 5 weeks out of them and they healthy, you probably gonna have a good record. So don't just fade them, but look for them at the right ADP. That's what it's about with Kenneth Walker. Because you got to deal with the injury risk, right? It's like buying a used car and it's a Chrysler. I hate Chrysler might get mad. They might try to advertise, so they might actually take their advertisement away from me. But like Chryslers, you can't give me a Chrysler. Because I know they have a lot of problems and stuff like that. So the same thing with Kenneth Walker. No, I don't want no Kenneth Walker, bro. Jack says, with Tyreek frustrations with the team, the trade demands on his off-the-field issues, he may be risky, yes. But I'm willing to deal with that because of the upside. And if he goes to Kansas City or he goes somewhere with an elite quarterback or, anything like that, man, it's going to be crazy. Tyreek can play in any system. He's fast. Yeah, Birds Bill says Achane has a soft tissue injury. Okay, hopefully he can overcome that. I haven't. I got to do a little bit more research, guys. I didn't see anything. Usually my Twitter pops up. Come on, guys. We got 38 people in here. We got 27 likes. Let's get it to 30 likes, guys, at least. I'm providing you cutting edge content. Rob Kane, what's up? He said single quarterback dynasty. Single quarterback dynasty. Keep 6. Okay, Bo Nix, Collar, Achane, B. John, Tracy, McBride, Kraft, Neighbors, Harrison Jr., Thomas Higgins. Okay, keep 6. Single quarterback league. keep Neighbors, keep McBride, keep Bijan, keep Achane, keep Brian Thomas Jr., and Marvin Harrison Jr. Those are the 6 guys that I would keep. Ninja says these dots at the right top of the screen, then tap the like button. Yep. 3 dots at the top right corner, guys. 3 dots at the right top of the screen, then tap the like button. Yes, that's how you hit the likes, guys. Appreciate that. Ninja, that's how you become a moderator quick when you start helping people out like that, bro. Appreciate that, Ninja. CHB says the problem with Caleb Williams is he's not a leader of men. Even if you break him down, he's not going to be the guy they are expecting him to be. I said it last. Jaden Daniels would have been that guy. I don't know. I think he's gonna be fine, man. He's talented. He's accurate, man. He has a strong arm. He's athletic. He just got to be with the right coaches. Ain't no such thing as a bad quarterback in the NFL. It's all about the coaching. I mean, I seen quarterbacks who they couldn't hit a damn barn. I mean, terrible, and go to the right coach and they look good. That's why I'm big on coaching and management. Even for me, I have a job. I don't go after money anymore. I used to, who making the most money? And I would go on terrible jobs, people cussing me out, disrespecting me. Then I started seeking leadership. Who? Is this a good leader? Is he a leader of men? Does he respect himself? Does he respect other people? And to me, that was like I had better jobs and I actually made more money because I was happier coming to work and I was willing to work overtime. So when it comes to Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson is what's going to be the deciding factor for him. And I like Ben Johnson, what he did in Detroit. So that's why I'm betting on Caleb, but I'm not drafting him in a redraft. So what you saying, it holds some weight. But I do think he's going to be a breakout player for the 4th quadrant of the season. That's just my take, but I could be wrong. Right. We all could be. Right. You could be right on point with that. Hot T Golf says, the way my mocks are shaping out, it looks like I'm likely to get K9 or RJ Harvey, but later in the draft, I have to choose between Charbonnet or Dobbins. I think I like Charbonnet as the ceiling play. I'm listening. This is my 2 cents. You do what you do, man. You already got your plan, Hot T Golf. But I wouldn't take no K9 or RJ Harvey. Now, listen, RJ might be fine, and maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe RJ goes out and be a top 5 back. But I would rather take Chuba Hubbard or Alvin Kamara or James Conner. Those guys are in the same tier with those guys. I wouldn't take those 2 guys, but that's neither here nor there. I love what you're saying about Charbonnet. I agree with everything you're saying about Charbonnet. Jimmy's TV says, are you drafting Dobbins? No, I'm not drafting Dobbins. Y'all know I don't be picking all these players. I don't be doing that. Every time somebody gets... he's go over here. Man, if he ain't been in the league, I'm not following him. I picked Tyreek because I know he's one of the best players in the league. I'm not just picking him because, he's going to get 8 targets with this team. A lot of you follow guys just because they got traded, and I don't know, maybe it's just because they get traded. Why would you want J.K. Dobbins when you got about 18 running backs out here that has potential to be top 5? Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I don't want no J.K. Dobbins. That's like talking about, man, and listen, I don't want to get disrespectful, so forgive me if anybody takes this the wrong way. But why would I be trying to talk about marrying Whoopi Goldberg when I got Margot Robbie, Jennifer Lopez, Salma Hayek in my face? Why am I trying to get Whoopi Goldberg, right? That's what I feel. That's what J.K. Dobbins is. He's talented. Whoopi is talented. She can act, but I don't want her on my team. You can have her on your team. I don't want no J.K. Dobbins. There's too many other good running backs out here. You got Chuba Hubbard. You got other rookie running backs who can have a chance. Like you got Jalen Warren. These are the guys that I want. Sorry about that, guys. Let's get the likes up, fellas. So that's how I feel about J.K. Dobbins, bruh. He says he will have a role as well, and is it possible he'll be Peyton's preferred goal line back? He could be, man. I don't think he can stay healthy the whole time, Jimmy. I don't think I mean, J.K. was going to be him, but those two injuries that he had in Baltimore derailed his career. But he still overcame it and can play in the NFL and be a solid back. And he may have a week or two where he's top 10 or something. But I just think it's too many good players to be concentrating on JK. Unless you're in like a deep, deep league, like 16-team league. Then yes, JK Dobbins is the top guy in a 16-team league. But in a 12-team league, I'm not worried about on J.K. Dobbins. I got way too many players and running backs I think you should be targeting. Come on, guys, let's get the likes up. We got 36 people in here. We got 30 likes. Let's get it up to at least. Let's get it up to 35 likes. Let's go for 35. Okay. Ninja says you helped me get into two out of 3 championships last year. I thank you, bro. Thank you, Ninja. Thank you. Big Will says, I need boom players. Jamar, Jameer, Achane, Lamar, Allen, Henderson, Brown. That's it. Who is Brown? A.J. Brown, new brother in town. Yup. I agree. That's big facts right there. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, boom players. That's why we all looking. What the number 1 pick? It's a boom player. It's not a guy who's going to be safe. It's a boom player. I will go down with boom players. Now, listen, there are some target hogs. Like, Amara was never really a boom player, but he could boom because he was so good. But he's a target guy. I break guys down differently. There's guys that are target hogs, and there's guys that are boom players. Target hogs is give you a safe floor. Like Calvin really always gonna get like 8 to 10 targets, but is he gonna boom? No, he's not always gonna boom. That's the difference. Yes, sir, Big Will. Jimmy's TV says, okay. Jimmy TV said, do you think Brashad Smith will be Andy's Reid next? Jerick McKinney? It's possible. Pacheco gonna get he's gonna get 12 to 15 carries a game, maybe a couple catches too. Pacheco's gonna be solid. I just don't think you should be drafting him as a guy. I think he's a flex. I think Isaiah Pacheco is one of the best flex plays in the whole NFL as far as fantasy football. So what does that leave for Brashad when you got Xavier Worthy, who's going to be lining up as the gadget guy, playing like a running back role? I don't know if I would really go out to Brashad Smith other than stash him. I think he's a great stash, but I don't think he's going to really have a role. This team has a lot of weapons. Rashee Rice is coming back, so I don't think he's going to have a role. Big Will says those LSU players boom too. Yes, sir. Chris, he says, if the Madden curse were to strike Saquon Barkley, Will Shipley could go from waiver wire pickup to next Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey? Oh, maybe you're right, bro. I won't sit there and say you're wrong. You know, you cutting edge content. So, yeah, I see what you're saying. Will Shipley is definitely a guy that I said sneaky is one of the top stashes. Even if Saquon doesn't go down, Will Shipley still is a good player to have because Saquon is not going to play in a lot of fourth quarters. Saquon could break a record for he missed so many fourth quarters and downs and still be a top 5 back. We've never seen that. We've seen guys play most of the whole game, but Saquon probably might only play 70%, 65% of the season if they really good. And so that makes me nervous about Saquon, but I get it. That's why Will Shipley has good value. He's trending up. GTS, what's up? GT Sport, what's up, bruh? Kyle, what's going on, Kyle Audio? He said, do you keep Josh Allen or Derrick Henry in a keeper league? It's a 6 keeper and 1 dynasty player. I can keep them both. Yeah, I'm keeping both. Josh Allen and Derrick Henry, keep both. That's easy. Yes, sir. Keep both. Great question, Kyle. Appreciate you being here, bro. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. High T Golf says T. Higgins or Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm going Marvin Harrison Jr. for more upside. T. Higgins is going to be good. He's on a better offense. To me, it's kind of your thing. It ain't tomato because I believe Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to get a lot of targets, going to get a lot of opportunities, and I believe he could be a league-winning wide receiver as he gets going later in the season. They might struggle a little bit early because Marvin Harrison still is a young guy. He's still learning how to play with a short quarterback. Short quarterbacks aren't like tall quarterbacks, so the ball is not going to be there every single time you come out of your break. Marvin got to learn if I come out of my break and the ball supposed to been out, but I don't see it, go into your next route. It's like that in basketball. Once you run a play and the ball ain't there, you got to go into your next phase of the offense. Somebody got to set a screen and let somebody come down. So that's what Marvin got to learn. Bro, you run a deep out, that don't mean you stop. You got to keep running because Kyler's going to keep moving in the backfield. So go get open. Go get open. That's what Marvin Harrison has to learn. So I'm going to go with Marvin Harrison over T. Higgins, but it's close. It's close. T. Higgins is going to have probably a decent season with all the weapons on this team, on the Cincinnati Bengals. Jimmy says, are you targeting Ja'Cory? Yes. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. They call him Bob. In the final rounds, he is generating buzz in training camp, earning first-team reps for Jaden Daniels and praise for the explosive cuts. Yes. Yes, I am going off Ja'Cory. I will. Thank you. I got to talk about sleepers no one are talking about. That's going to be the not next one, but that's a video that I'm right now. Sleepers no one is talking about. Sleepers that no one is talking about. Leo, what's up, Leo? He says Trey Henderson next Jahmyr Gibbs. Travion Henderson next Jahmyr Gibbs. What do you mean? I like. Oh, you said Travion Henderson next. No, he's the next Devon Achane. Cause I'm telling you, that's how I see him. But Jahmyr Gibbs, no, Jahmyr Gibbs will run you over too. Don't think Jahmyr Gibbs just an agile player. Like he ain't no Derrick Henry, but that dude will run you over. He will get tough yards. People don't know what Jahmyr is special, man. Jahmyr can do it all. He can get tough. He can run you over. He ain't running a lot of guys over, but don't get it twisted. But Travion Henderson is not running nobody over. He's just gonna make you miss and take it off and take it 60 on you. That's the difference. That's what Devon Achane. He ain't running nobody over, but he'll take it 60 on you. Matt Galloway says, great live, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Y'all show my homie some support. Go follow his Twitter. And also check out the Fantasy Headliners. The Fantasy Headliners guys inspired me a lot when I first started my channel. That was the first fantasy football channel that I was watching. And that's crazy. And then I come to work, and here's a guy that worked for them. Ain't that crazy? God working mysterious ways, don't he? Yes, God is good. Would you reach for J-Mo? Yes. Jameson Williams? Yes. You know what? Dang. You got me, Big Will. I missed the guy. You got me red-handed, bro. Jameson Williams should be on here, man. It's hard for me to think about because I don't want to just throw out players. But, yeah, I missed that. I love J-Mo. But J-Mo is also – he's going to be in a lot of other my videos. I think he's a breakout player. He's a league winner. He can fit into a lot of videos. But he is a reach player. I am willing to reach on him over guys like – I'm trying to see who's going in this. Let me go see who's going in his tier. Let me look real quick. Okay. So, I'd rather have J-Mo over Cortland Sutton. Actually, over Marvin Harrison Jr. But they not in the same tier. But I'd rather have J-Mo on my team over Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson. That's just me now. This is just me. Mike Evans. I'm just going to name players that I think J-Mo is better than. Cortland Sutton. Rashid Rice. And it's mainly because Rashid's going to start off later. Calvin Ridley. Travis Hunter, Jalen Water, Jerry Jeudy, Chris Olave. Those are a couple players that I like J-Mo on. So, yeah, I'm willing to reach for him a little bit, but you don't really got to because there's some good wide receivers in that tier. I like Zay Flowers a lot. I like Devontae Smith. I don't want to disrespect Devontae Smith. I like Xavier Worthy. So those are a couple guys that I'm willing to take there too. But, yes, J-Mo is a great player. Going to have a great season. He's not a great player, but he's going to have a great season this year. Maurice Mackey says, Whoopi Goldberg. Yes. I'm not reaching for no Whoopi. Kai says, should I trade for Bowers or keep Tyler Warren? Don't trade. I would keep Tyler Warren. Let your team develop. Don't overreach. Let your team develop. Let your team develop. So sometimes you can get too many superstars and you give away a star. Like, how many people you think a lot of people gave away Trey McBride throughout his years and had the sauce. Now they ain't got no tight end. They got somebody. They got T.J. Hawkinson. So no, I think you should keep Tyler Warren and let him develop, and you might have the next Brock Bowers. So no, I wouldn't trade for Brock. Can Worthy boom consistently? I don't know. I wouldn't. I think now it's not an oxymoron, but that's kind of an oxymoron when it comes to Worthy. He's a boom player, but I wouldn't say consistently. But could I see every other week? Yes, every other week he could be a top 12 guy. If he give you 2 weeks at top 12, that's even gravy. But I don't think he's going to be consistently 18, 18, 18, 12, 18, 18, 18, 20. I don't think he's going to be that. I think he's going to be more like 25, 8, 8, 30, 5, 15, 15, 8, 35. Like that type. That's not consistent. But that he going to be good enough to be, at the end of the season, be a top 12 guy with total points because of the boom games he's going to have. Alex, what's up, Alex Dutra? He says Jameson Williams is a boomer this year. Yes, sir. Jameson's gonna be him, man. I'm telling you, I love James. Listen, y'all know how I love Amon-Ra. Love Amon-Ra, one of my favorite players. He's he's a monster. I love Amon-Ra. But I'm fading him this year, man, because this offense is gonna be pushing the ball downfield. Now, Jameson get hurt, that it is what it is, because we know Amon-Ra's tough. He playing through injuries. That was where it wears me a little bit about Jameson far as him playing through injuries. But hey, he's gonna be taking the top off the defense early and often because they're gonna be worried about stopping. All right, sorry about that, guys. Somebody called my phone. Sorry about that. Alex says, how you feeling about Zay Flowers this year, reaching for him? Now, yes, it depends. I'm not drafting. I wouldn't want to draft Marvin Harrison or Mike Evans or Devontae Adams or even Garrett Wilson. I know y'all be like, what? Garrett Wilson gonna get all them targets? Justin Fields gonna have to show me that he's gonna hyper target Garrett Wilson before I put him up in that category. But yeah, I like Zay Flowers, man. Zay Flowers, if I was to rank top 12 wide receivers, Zay Flowers would be probably in my top 12. And you making me think I got to do a top 12 ranking video for wide receivers because Zay Flowers is in there. I like Zay. Zay, J-Mo, those guys are going to be breakout candidates. I know they kind of already, well, especially Zay kind of already broke out, but I think they can even get into the top 12. I don't think neither one of them have finished as a top 12 guy yet. Top 12 rankings, wide receivers. Hot T Golf says, only reason I have considered Dobbins is that it's a 14 team. Okay, I got you. So, yes, bro. That's what I said. 16, 14 team? Yes, maybe. Team league with keepers, so already have Gibbs, B. John, Derrick Henry, Achane, Saquon, Bucky off on the board before even start drafting. Got you. Okay, that makes sense. So, yes, Dobbins is a guy that you probably going to have to consider as an RB1 or RB2. So, yeah, that makes sense, man. He's okay to have. And squeeze whatever you can get out of him. He's a rental. So just get whatever you can get out of him and keep it moving. Aaron Holloway, what's up, bruh? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Aaron Holloway in the building. He says, Kyle says, no, I mean, I can't keep them. Oh, you can't keep them both. So put the question back in there, Kyle, real quick, and then I'll get to it. Put the question back in there. Martin Torres always put the 1,000 showing support. Yes, sir, bruh. Maurice says opinion on Bucky Irvin. Bucky Irvin is a top 12 guy, and if he gets the green zone touches all by himself, he's a top 5 parental guy. Like he can be top 5 with the touchdown upside with getting all the green zone touches. But I'm a little bit worried that Sean Tucker's gonna get more, and they might trade Rashad White and just keep Bucky and Sean Tucker. And Sean Tucker could get a few carries. I don't know if he's going to get goal line like Bucky is, but he could. Kyle says Josh Allen. Okay, there you go. Josh Allen or Derrick Henry in a keeper league. I can't keep them both. Okay. I don't know the whole situation, but I would probably keep Josh Allen if your quarterback scoring is high. because it's only 2 quarterbacks that's going to be in that league. That's Lamar and Josh Allen. They're the only guys that's elite like that in the whole league. So I would say keep Josh Allen and go robust RB and get those RBs again. Now, if it's not a lot of RBs out there, everybody's kept the RB, then let Josh Allen go back in there and then wait late and get you a quarterback, right? And then just keep Derrick Henry and then get you another top stud RB. It just depends on what people are keeping and they not keeping. I would tell you keep Josh Allen because nobody's going to score like him, but I don't want you to be short on running backs because everybody kept them. Mike Shamhart says Raiders running backs looks good for a rookie. Yes, it took a while. Derek Parker, J-Mo is him. Kyle says, how do you think Cam Ward would do? I think he's going to be good because he doesn't care. He's going to push the ball downfield. If he get it picked, he's going to move on from it and keep pushing the ball downfield. I think Cam Ward is going to be fine, especially as a 4th quadrant player. He's going to be hot in the 4th quadrant. Justin Udell says, great info, bro. Salute on the work you do. New subscriber. Thank you, bro. Salute to you, too. Yes, sir. Big Will says, appreciate you, bro. Got to take the kids out. Great show as always. Yes, sir. Anytime. Justin says, what you think about CMC or Genty? CMC all day, man. I love CMC. I think CMC could be bounce back player of the year or, whatever they call that award. But I think CMC could be the number 1 player in fantasy and number 1 player in real football. He's that good. The professor says, full PPR 12, Lamar, Kamara, Bijan, Mike Evans, McMillan, Mark Andrews, Breach Hall, Algier, Bigsby, Golden, Debo, Penix. Thoughts on the team? Ooh, bro. He said you got Lamar, Kamara, Bijan. Your wide receivers are a little weak, in my opinion, but you got Mike Evans. But I don't see a top guy, but it's okay. You got top quarterback and you got 2 top running backs, so good job there. Mark Andrews, you got squeezed, so you got the tandem. I like that, and you got some upside at the wide receiver position like Golden and Debo, who could come out and break out. I'm gonna give that team a B+. That's a good team, man. I was about to give you a C because I saw the receivers, but I didn't know you had Golden and Debo down there. And so that's a perfect kind of build. You might have went weak wide receiver because you got good running backs, but you got some upside young guys that can come in and push these older guys out, or guys who might be lackluster. You got guys who can push them like Golden. But that's a perfect build. That's a good team, bro. Great team. I'm a B+. It's hard to get an A from me. That's a B+ team. Aaron Holloway says this guy in my league is wanting to trade Saquon for Bijan. I got Bijan. No, keep Bijan. Don't do that. Cal says, I have Bucky, Irvin, and Tony Pollard as backups for Derrick Henry if I decide to go with Josh Allen. Okay, you got Tony Pollard. You said got Bucky, Irvin, and Tony Pollard. No, I would probably keep Josh Allen so you can have the top 2 quarterbacks in the league. That's a difference maker. And last question is Marvy says, quick off the subject question, Crawl or Canelo? That's it. Back to fantasy. No, man, I'm not. Listen, I don't even watch boxing like that, so I don't know. But I do know the name Canelo, and Canelo is tough. But I don't know, man. I'm just guessing, so don't take my word for it. So I'm gonna say Canelo. You got me in boxing. I'm not a great. I don't consume boxing like that, bro. But football, basketball, and baseball, I can give you good takes. Baseball, I'm a little low down on baseball, right? I'm just a guy that watch baseball. I'm not an aficionado. But the football, I'm just as good as any mind in the world. A lot of people might get disturbed when I say that, but my mind on football, just watching it and telling you what's going to happen and how players are going to grow. I might be one of the best in the world at that. I don't write this shit down. This shit is in my heart, in my mind. I've been consuming football for 35 years. I've been consuming football for about 35 years, just watching it, and played it at an elite level in high school. Aaron says Bijan has 2 value and Saquon might take a dip. Yes, I agree. The professor says I got Ibuka as well. Thank you. Yes, sir, bruh. Now, listen, guys, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Make sure you sign up as a Phenom member, guys, so you can get a consultation. I can help you with your draft. I can turn your team into a league-winning team. I'm telling you. Cal says, my keepers are Cup, Rasheed Rice, George Pickens, Xavier Worthy, Pollard, Bucky Irvin, and then either Josh Allen or Derrick Henry. Okay. You need Derrick Henry. Rasheed Rice ain't gonna start off in the beginning of the season. Cup is injury prone a little bit, but he can play. George Pickens is the number 2, but he's gonna have a good season. I don't know if he's gonna be top 5. Hopefully he can be top 14, top 12. That's a good floor for him. Xavier Worthy, I like him. He's not consistent every week. You need somebody who's gonna be taking the top off. And what I mean, like scoring heavy 30-point guys. I say go get Derrick Henry and go find your quarterback in that draft. That's what I say. Keep Derrick Henry. Thank you for the context. Alex says 4 keepers, no PPR. Josh Allen, Nico Collins, Josh Jacobs, Chase Brown are current keepers. Other options are Mike Evans, James Conner, Jamison Williams, Sutton. Really, are you making any changes? So you got Josh Allen, Nico, Josh Jacobs, Chase Brown. No, I'm not making no changes. I want to get J-Mo in there, but I don't know who to put him over. Maybe you can take out. I would take out. Well, you already got. So if you can start 3 wide receivers, I would take out Josh Jacobs and go get Jamison Williams and find you another running back, like a rookie guy like Travion Henderson or something. But yeah, I would try to get J-Mo in there over Josh Jacobs, even though I know Josh Jacobs was a good top 5 RB. But I'm just giving you my 2 cents on it. You don't have to do it. That's just my perspective. Matthew says, I got CD and Devontae as my receivers. Okay. Yeah, CD Lamb is a nice, and Devontae is going to be solid. I just don't want him over someone. Like, I'd rather have J-Mo over Devontae. Guys, the last couple questions. Nana says, what do you think Zay Flowers is going to be a top 12? Why do you think Zay Flowers is going to be? I think he has the possibility to be, because he's playing with Lamar Jackson. They're going to score a lot of points, and he's going to be having a lot of big plays. That's why. It's all a part of Lamar. If he played with a team like Cleveland or somebody who didn't have a good quarterback, no, I wouldn't say Zay would be top 12. But he's playing with Lamar. That's why I love Isaiah Likely. That's why I love Derrick Henry. You play with Lamar, you're going to win. You're going to be elite. You tell me one bad play on his offense. It's not a bad play on that offense because it's Lamar Jackson. Look at Derrick Henry. Went for almost 2,000 last year, but the year before, he barely got 1,000. So it's Lamar. He's special like that. I've been telling y'all that for a long time. Thanks for the feedback. Anytime, Kyle. Alex says, that's my exact same thought process. Okay. And Matthew B said, DeAndre Hopkins can help him out some too. I know, and I've been sleeping on him. I've been sleeping on D-Hop, but there you go. You got D-Hop. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel and be waiting for the content, guys. It's coming. Peace.